You're traveling through another dimension. A dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind. A journey into a wondrous land whose boundaries are those of imagination. Your next stop, the Twilight Zone.
Come on, let's take a look in the window.
How are we gonna do that?
Climb up.
Aw, just sneak in.
Not me. I ain't going to church. No Sunday school today.
We could open the door and take a peek.
Nah, we couldn't see him.
Where is he?
In the box, in front of where the preacher's standing.
I thought he was supposed to be in a coffin.
Silly fool. That's what the box is, a coffin.
Oh, well, I gotta see that.
Yeah, me too. But I told you, we gotta look in the window.
What are we gonna climb up on?
The rain barrel, over here. I'll show you.
Thank you, Sister Ruth. That was mighty fine playing.
Oh. Yes, sir. Amen. Yes, sir.
Now then, to get to it. Brothers and sisters, we're meeting here today so we can pay our respects to one of our own. Our dear departed brother, Jefferson Myrtlebank.
Oh, bless his soul.
There's his family. Yep, you all know him. His pa,
Reverend Siddons.
Henry, and his ma.
Very fine.
Thank you, Reverend.
God bless you, Ethel. And little Liz Myrtlebank ain't but 10 years old.
Bless her heart.
Look at her. What an
We all know Jeff Myrtlebank. He was a good boy.
Yes, fine. Fine young man.
A real good father.
That he was, Miss Gatewood.
Oh, Mama. Take my hanky, Comfort.
Comfort Gatewood, you go ahead and mourn for that fine, fine young man that's laid out in his coffin. There wasn't none better in these parts.
Not a one. Not a one. Absolutely.
Oh, he didn't always show up here on Sundays, but nobody ever saw him at the bootleggers on Saturday night either.
As they come.
No. But the Lord giveth, and he taketh away. And no man knoweth the reason.
As it's written.
We're all gonna miss this strapping youth. The good Lord must have had a powerful, powerful reason to take him so young in life.
Oh, my. Huh? What is that?
Did you hear that?
But we all know the Lord moves in mysterious ways. His wonders to perform.
What is going on?
It can't be.
Is that him? Big as life. What in the... Who put me in this here box?
He's alive!
It's a miracle. It's the devil's work.
Praise God! Praise God! Hallowed be thy name!
Now, will somebody please tell me what is going on here?
It's a funeral, Jeff.
Oh, yeah? Whose is it?
Well, it's yours.
Don't nobody run on my account. I'm alive, I tell you. Alive!
Time, the mid-1920s. Place, the Midwest. The southernmost section of the Midwest, in the state of Arkansas, to be exact. This particular area hasn't changed much since the Civil War, though progress has brought an easier way of life to some, provided it doesn't cost too much to achieve that progress. The church is a simple one-story wood-frame building. It hasn't been painted for some time, and there's a chimney in the roof for winter heating. The faithful come to this church on foot, a few in their Model Ts, and some still in horse-drawn wagons. for this is a population that can't afford to change with the times. They're all hard-working, God-fearing folks who believe in the good book, and today they've come to say goodbye to one of their own, a certain Mr. Jeffrey Myrtlebank, age 26. Only it seems that the funeral in question will have to be postponed. It may be a bit premature, thanks to some unexpected intervention from the Twilight Zone.
And now, The Twilight Zone and our story, The Last Rites of Jeff Myrtlebank, starring Robert Nepper, with Stacy Keach as your narrator.
Excuse me. Let me out, please. Please let me out. Excuse me. I'm getting out of here.
Where's everybody going? Don't leave on my account.
Easy, Jeff. Take it easy now.
He can talk.
Stand back.
Don't touch him.
Come on, somebody tell me. Who in thunderation put me in that pine box?
Now, brethren. Let's not give way to panic. What we got here is a little mistake.
Little? Brother Siddons.
Why don't you sit down on the steps?
'Cause I don't need to sit down. I feel fine, don't you?
Jeff? Is that really you?
Course it is, Ma.
You're looking a little pale, son.
Just a minute, Pa. Brother Siddons, you still seem to have some sense left. What's going on around here?
Tell him, Reverend.
Son, we was about to bury you.
Barry?
We was real certain you died.
Me?
Dead as a doornail.
But that's foolishness.
Doc Bolton pronounced you deceased.
When was that?
Oh, day before yesterday.
That's right, son.
Hold on, Pa. Doc, why would you go and do a thing like that?
Well, now, your heart stopped beating. Yes, sir, it sure did. I was at your bedside.
We all were.
My heart? But it couldn't have. It's beating right now. Here, feel it.
It wasn't but 2 days ago. You was sick, son. Real sick.
Well, ain't you supposed to put a silver spoon by my lips? See if it steams up?
I didn't have to. Worst case of flu I've seen in all my years.
Did I have a pulse?
How could you, boy? Your heart plumb stopped. Yes, sir. No question. I'd stake my reputation on it.
Well, I hate to cast a shadow on your schooling, but I ain't about to climb back in that coffin just to save your reputation.
He's speaking the truth, Jeff.
Well, I'm sure glad you didn't embalm me.
A miracle is what it is. How do you feel now, boy?
Pretty good, I guess. Kinda weak, but rested, like I had a good night's sleep. Hungry, though, real hungry. I could about eat a bear, hide and all.
Reckon you should be hungry. Ain't it for 3 days?
Well, don't look so surprised, Ma. You too, Pa. It's me, all right?
It surely is, boy.
I'd know my Jeff anywhere.
Hope you got a good supper on the stove.
You sure it's him, Ma?
Little Liz, what's the matter? Don't you know your own brother? You're not thinking I'm a ghost, are you?
Ma, don't go touching her just yet.
Well, I'll be double-dogged. My own folks is afraid of me. How about the rest of you? Comfort? You here, too?
Jeff, I don't rightly know what to say.
Now just you hold off from touching my sister.
What for? By dang, I'll bet she ain't scared. Not the man she's gonna marry.
Maybe Orkram is right. Hold back your touch now.
That the way you feel? Comfort?
Well, I don't know.
I reckon maybe you are, at that. Little Liz, where are you? Let go of Ma's skirts. You're not as scared of me, are you, honey?
Well...
Lizzie?
You fooled him, didn't you, Jeff?
Yes, honey, I fooled him. Give me a hug now.
You swear you're really and truly my boy, Jeff?
None other. In the flesh.
Praise be, son. Come on home where you belong.
Look at them. They're a family again. Brings a tear to my eye. Give me your hanky. I know what it is. Listen to me. I know what it is.
What's that, Doc?
It's a medical miracle, and it happened right here in our county. Now, the scientific term is, ipso-suspendo animation.
Say that again?
Very rare. In fact, there have been only, let's see now, 30 cases in the last 1,500 years.
You sure you ain't trying to cover up your own miscalculation, Doc? I never heard of no sickness like that.
Not likely you would. 30 cases in 1,500 years, and all of them in Europe. But everybody's going to hear about this one as soon as I write it up for the medical journal.
I don't know if I want to be famous, Doc. Can't we just keep this twixt ourselves?
Best thing you can do is to stop trying to slander my name and get this boy home.
I do feel kind of weak.
Give him a bowl of soup. Put him to bed. He's going to need his rest.
Bless you, Doc. We'll do that. Come on now, Jeff. We're going home.
Soon as I crank the car.
If I could just sit down for a minute.
Oh, you go ahead, son. Right here on the running board.
Jeff, can I speak to you?
Go ahead.
Sorry I acted funny. It was just... Well, so sudden, you're taking sick and all. I like to cry my eyes out.
Did you?
But now, I don't have to cry anymore, do I?
Not one bit.
I just want to say, it sure is nice to have you back.
Well, thank you kindly, Comfort, honey. But you know something?
What's that, Jeff?
Truth be told, I ain't never been away.
How does everybody like their breakfast this morning? Hey, Pa, you ever gonna come up for air from that catalog? Is that all you can do? Grunt?
It's good, Mama.
Why, thank you, Lizzie. How about you, Jeff?
Great, Ma. Real great.
Another biscuit? Plenty more where that came from.
No, thank you. I'll bust a gut. Besides, time's a wasted.
You're in an all-fired hurry.
Think I'll run over to the East 40 and get at that fence.
I wish you wouldn't. Tell him, Ethan. Will you put that catalog down? I'm talking to you.
Listen to your ma, Jeffrey.
I'm listening.
It's only been 2 weeks since you was at the brink of the grave. You oughtn't be toiling from sunup to sundown every day.
Oh, I feel fine, Ma. Never felt better.
Just the same, I'd rest easier if in you...
Be back for lunch, Ma. See you over there, Pa.
Boy, seems all right to me.
Just the same, I'm a mite concerned.
What about?
I don't like the way he's behaving ever since...
What do you mean, Ma?
He's different. Not like he was at all.
Seems the same to me.
He only ate 2 eggs again.
That's so.
Ever since he sprouted teeth, he's been having 3 eggs at breakfast.
A man's taste can change.
And the way he's going at that hard work, he never was friendly with work before.
That's true enough. I recollect quite a few times being worried that he'd leaned a shade toward this side of shiftlessness.
You mean lazy?
Not exactly.
Just not very interested. But since his sick spell, he's been in there pulling his share like he's trying to catch up for a year of back work. It ain't like him at that.
No, it's sure not.
What are you waiting on, Big Ears?
Nothing, Pa.
Run down to the mailbox and wait for the mailman.
Yes, sir.
I'm expecting a new catalog.
And I hope it gets here. You've about wore that one out.
That you, little Liz?
Yes, ma'am.
If you see my Jerry, tell him to get on home. He's got chores to do.
Okay.
Got one.
Hi, Tommy.
Go on. We're playing marbles.
Can I play?
Can if you got your own doogies. We're playing keeps.
I don't want to get all dirty.
Shoot.
Mailman come?
Not yet. How's your brother?
Oh, all right, I reckon. Only my mom and pa are kind of worried.
What about?
I don't rightly know. He's different.
Different how?
Well, he eats different, works different.
Yeah?
I gotta go. Besides, it ain't none of your business anyhow. You better get on home, Jerry. Your mama wants you.
Central? Put me through to Mary Swenson, will you please? That's right. Thank you kindly. Hello, Mary. I just wondered if you'd heard anything. Is that a fact? Well, I did hear one thing.
Yeah, Ma, what do you want?
Just a minute, Mary. I thought I told you to clean up the yard.
Aw, Ma.
Go on now, I'm on the phone. Mary? Yes, like I say, I did hear one thing. I told you to go on outside.
Who you talking to?
Mrs. Swenson. Now do your chores.
I want to listen.
Scoot.
Okay.
Little pitchers have big ears. Now, where was I? Oh, yes. I know for a fact that those poor folks are scared to death. How? I'll tell you how. He's been behaving like a complete stranger ever since the funeral. That's right. Oh, lots of ways. He fiddles with things all the time. No, that doesn't sound like much. But when you figure that what he's fiddling with is tools, sharp tools, like saws and pitchforks and maybe a butcher knife, well then, that could make a body a mite nervous. I should say so. I swear, Mary, there's no telling what that boy's up to. I'd sleep with one eye open from now on if I was them. I think the devil might have gotten into Jeff Myrtlebank. Yes, indeed. The devil himself.
Hello there, Peters.
Strauss?
Set a spell.
Don't mind if I do.
Nice day.
Tolerable.
Yes, sir. A good day to be alive.
Yep.
Especially if a man weren't alive.
before.
And who might that be?
Well, now ain't but one in this town.
That's the truth.
What if he was your'n?
Well, sir, I wouldn't want to go to sleep in a house with that boy around.
Oh, no.
They say he's taken to fiddling with things now.
That right. What kind of things?
Axes, plows, cutting blades of all type and description.
Well, what do you know?
Jackknives, hunting knives, you name it.
Ain't that something, though? He was always such a good boy.
Good is as good does. No telling what he's gonna do next.
Gents?
Hello, Doc. We was just discussing the Myrtlebank boy.
What about him?
We're just wondering about him. Guess you've heard how peculiar he's been acting lately.
I've heard. I'm not one to pass along gossip.
Well, still, you got to wonder. Where was he?
When?
That 48 hours he was dead. He had to be somewhere.
Well, he's in the funeral parlor, that's where.
The lights was out, all right, but there was nobody home, if you catch my drift. So, where was he? Not in that cold, lifeless body, I'd wager. Off doing some other kind of work, if you ask me. Before he come back.
If he was dead. Doc says he had a rare disease.
Well, now, Strauss, maybe I told a little white lie. Maybe I was thinking of his folks' feelings when I brought up that disease.
I've been wondering. Can you clear it up now, Doc?
All I'll say is this. I'm not the kind of man who'd send a body to the graveyard without being positive he was dead. You know me better than that.
Oh, we know you, Doc. Nobody's talking against what you did.
I did more than just feel his pulse that day. When his folks left the room, I gave him the pin test. Stabbed him with a hat pin. He didn't flicker. And then I held a mirror in front of his mouth. If a man has any life left in him at all, his breath will fog the glass.
What happened?
I pronounced him dead, didn't I?
Then, if he was gone, where could he have been for 2 days till the funeral?
Why don't we just come out and say it? We're all thinking the same thing.
You say it, Petey. You got the floor.
All right, I will. How do we really know that the man who got up and crawled out of that coffin is still Jeff Myrtlebank?
Now, that's crazy.
Is it?
If I were you, gentlemen, I wouldn't spread this kind of talk. It could cause trouble.
And what kind of trouble is that?
My grandmother, rest her soul, she used to tell me about evil spirits roaming round the world trying to find a body to take over. She said they could steal a corpse sometimes before a man was good and dead. Just like that. And you know something? I believed her then, and I believe her now.
That's enough. This is dangerous talk. Though I confess, it does throw a little dry kindling on the fire. It's been smoldering in my brain ever since that day at the church.
So what do you figure we should do about it?
Nothing to do. Just keep your ideas to yourself for now, or you'll get people all riled up. We need proof. And that's what we don't have yet. Good day to you, gents.
Day.
Be seeing you, Doc.
It's him.
Get away from the window, girl.
I knew he'd be by.
Comfort's right. It is him. Dag nabbit. Now's the time to tell him. Right to his face.
I won't. Now, I am a grown woman. Almost. And you can't tell me who to see.
Maybe Orgrim is right, dear.
Leave me alone.
But you know what everyone in the county is saying about that boy.
Well, he's not calling on the county. He's calling on me.
You're just plain rotten stubborn. You marry that one, and I'll bet all your kids are born with horns on their heads.
Orgrim.
Oh, he's at the door. Okay, you two go in the kitchen and let me entertain my young man.
Mind how you do that, little sister. We'll be listening.
Come along. Comfort's entitled to her privacy.
Well, bless my soul. Look who's here.
Hello, honey.
Come in.
How's your ma and Orgrim?
Oh, just fine. And you? I mean, well, how's your folks?
Same as ever. Only ma's gonna be mad as a hornet tomorrow.
Mad?
Yeah. I raided that vine of tame roses she's so proud of. Thought you might like a little bouquet. I wrapped it up and everything.
You brought me flowers? How sweet. You oughtn't to have done that.
Go on. Put them in some water before they die.
All right, I will. Oh.
What's the matter?
I guess tame flowers don't last long, do they?
Huh?
When'd you pick them?
Just before I came over.
Well, look at them now. They're dead.
All of them?
Every last one. Dried out. Black as night.
Oh, well, I'll get you some new ones.
That's all right.
Dangest thing I ever saw. Give me a little hug anyway, would you, honey?
Why don't we have some music first?
If that's what you want.
I'll wind the Victrola.
You do that. And pick out a record you like.
We bought a new blue yodel last week.
Did you?
Yeah, it's real pretty.
You mean, like you?
Oh, silly. You'll like it. Here, let me play it for you.
Can we dance to it?
Oh, just you wait now.
Comfort, honey.
Don't.
What'd I do?
Nothing. Only don't go try touching me.
I thought you was my girl.
I'm sorry, Jeff. It's just that the way those flowers died.
What about them?
Maybe you've got poison on your hands.
That ain't what's bothering you.
Yes, it is.
I get it everywhere I go. I can let it go by from other folks, but not from you. I'm getting mighty sick and tired of being treated like one of them vampires.
Oh, I didn't say that.
Now, are you my girl or aren't you? If you are, give me a kiss.
Jeff, no, please.
Land sakes, child, you look scared half to death.
I'm all right.
What'd he do?
Nothing.
It's time I put a stop to this. I'm the man of the family now.
He didn't do anything wrong.
No? How come your eyes are so wild?
He just got me kind of flustered.
I ain't liked him since we was both 3 years old. And now's the time to do something about it.
You be careful, Orgrim.
Jeff!
What do you want?
I don't want you hanging around here no more.
Let me give you some advice, Orgrim. I'm pretty mad right now. I ain't mad at you in particular, so it'd seem a shame if you got in my way and I took the whole thing out on you.
You threatening me?
That the way you take it?
Man, don't forget who I am.
And who is that?
We go way back. If I had a dime for every time I whooped you, I'd have $100.
True enough. But you haven't whooped me lately. Now get out of my path.
Make me.
If that's the way you want it. Times have changed, Orgram. Times sure have changed.
Mama? You're bleeding. Oh, my little boy, what's he done to you?
Oh, Mom, I think he broke my jaw.
Don't you worry none. Can you stand?
Poor Jeff.
Poor who?
He doesn't have anybody now.
That's right. And now you don't neither.
Comfort, go and hitch up the team.
I have to go to him.
Hush. We got to get your brother into Dr. Bolton right now.
But Jeff needs me.
He needs a lot more than you can give him, girl. A lot more. Now let's get moving, unless you want to see your brother in a pine box, too.
I ain't that bad, Ma.
No, but if somebody doesn't stop Jeff Myrtlebank in his tracks, this whole town's headed for trouble. It's gonna be just like the good book says. When the dead walk, the end times is near. Easy with him now.
Somebody go get the doc.
Here, put his feet up on t'other chair.
It was that Myrtlebank boy. He lit into him for no reason. You should have seen it.
He like to broke my jaw.
Hold still.
All right, let's see here. Stand aside. What happened to you?
It was Jeff.
Jeff, or whatever devils took possession of his body. He broke my boy's jaw like he was pounding on the door to hell.
Now. Can you open your mouth? Or should I say, can you close it?
Ma's right.
Well, your jaw's not broken. You wouldn't be able to talk so much.
How long's it been?
How long what?
That I've been whooping Jeff in bare-knuckle fights, Ma?
Far back as I can recollect.
That's right. I used to chase him home from school every night like it was one of my regular chores.
He was never a match for you, Orgram. How come he bested you this time?
Because it wasn't Jeff Myrtlebank I was fighting. He had ring training. He hit a different way than we fight around here. That man is dangerous enough to kill with his hands.
Couldn't be that he's grown a mite taller since then, could it?
We're living with something evil in our midst.
Oh, come on now, Petey.
I mean it. We gotta put a stop to this. We have to, sooner or later, and I, for one, can't see any reason for putting it off.
Yeah, that's right. I hear you.
Go.
Come on now.
Where's she going?
Come on, horses.
Comfort, Gatewood, you come back here right now.
Sorry, Mama. I gotta go to him.
How was your dinner, son?
Good as usual, Ma. You're the best cook for miles around.
Oh, now.
It's true. You know just how to make it.
So, tell me, boy, what was all that business in town?
Oh, nothing much, Pa. Orgram was crying for Doc Bolton after his ma brung him in.
Why'd she do that?
Oh, just 'cause I popped him one.
Jeff!
He had it coming. For old times.
Did you get a good one in at least?
Sure did. Heck, he didn't even see it coming. Then I followed it up with a few more, and let's just say he won't be standing up to me again.
Oh, sure wish I'd seen that.
Paul, don't you egg him on.
Man's got to stand up for himself. I raised this boy to have a backbone. Orgram Gatewood's had it coming for years.
And he finally got it.
That's enough of that kind of talk. Jeff, you help your sister with her homework.
I don't have any, Ma.
Yes, you do. Reading and writing and your numbers.
But, Ma...
Rest a while, Lizzie. I gotta smoke my pipe first.
Not in here, if you please. Your pa's tobacco is bad enough.
Be back in a minute.
Oh!
That you, Comfort?
Hello, Jeff.
You come out here all alone?
That I did.
Well, I sure can't think what for after today.
I rode out to warn you.
Warn me? You think I need warning?
There's a group of men coming. I heard them in town.
They are, huh? What do they want?
They're going to ask you to move.
Move where?
Out of the county.
That's so. Well, all I can say is, let 'em come.
Jeff, please, at least get inside.
I can't do that, Comfort. This here is my property. Always has been. And what I like to do of an evening is stand out here and smoke my pipe. Same as ever.
This is serious, Jeff. They're not kidding.
Neither am I.
Jeff, I'm begging you.
What do you say about it, Comfort? You with them? Or with me?
Well, I guess you could say I'm a fickle woman. The kind who believes what's said by them I'm with. Now, I've heard some bad things said of you, and sometimes I ain't strong enough to turn a deaf ear to them. But in my heart, I reckon I love you. Or else I wouldn't be here now.
I reckon you do. And I love you too. I want to marry you. So which way is it going to be? You best make up your mind right now.
Oh, Jeff.
There he is. All the girls with him. So this is where she took the wagon. I should have figured.
Let's stick together. We know what we're going to do, right? Do we know what we're doing?
Gents?
Now listen here, Jeff.
You get on home, Comfort.
Don't be telling me what to do, Organ.
Well, might late to be driving all this way out here, ain't it?
Jeff, we want to talk to you.
You know this is private property, don't you?
Now hold on. We come here to speak our piece as a committee.
You did, huh?
Yeah, we're speaking for the town. We all talked it over, and we reached a conclusion.
Well, now, why don't you just come out with it? You know you're going to anyway.
Well, our conclusion is Jeff Myrtlebank is dead.
We don't rightly know who you are or where you come from.
But we think you stole Jeff's body.
'Cause Jeff sure couldn't have whooped me all by himself.
Time to fess up. What do you say?
I'm waiting to hear what Comfort has to say. I asked her a question just now. She ain't answered yet.
This ain't about her. Come over here by me, Comfort.
No, Orgram, I won't. Jeff,
Yes, Comfort? I'm listening.
I reckon I'm with you. No matter where we have to go.
Stand behind me, then.
Do that, Comfort. Ma won't let you come home. Not ever. Take your choice.
Well, I just made it.
Gents, my wife-to-be and me was born and raised in this county. We like it just fine here, and we don't aim to raise our kids anywhere else.
Now, hold on.
Let me finish. I heard you out.
Let him speak.
We're gonna stay. Now, that means just two things. One, if y'all are wrong about me, you got nothing to worry about. I'm just an old country boy named Jeff Myrtlebank. But if you're right about me, then you folks better start treating me nice.
That's a threat? I don't know.
Because you don't know what all kind of devilment I can cause.
Hold on a second. I don't know.
I might wave my right hand and bring droves of locusts to eat all your crops.
Stay away from my crops.
Or I might wave my left hand and dry up all your wells. I might even snap my fingers and burn a barn or two right to the ground.
No. We better just do what he says. I don't like the sound of that.
Wait a minute.
Or some morning, just because I feel ornery, I might let the hawks carry away all your chickens.
Now, Jeff, don't go getting ahead of yourself.
Careful, shotgun.
Yes, sir. I think you folks better start treating me and mine real nice.
Boy has a point.
I guess it's a different picture with you aiming to marry Comfort. We sure ain't got no call to pick on her.
That's the truth. It wouldn't be right to hurt her trying to get at someone else. When you aiming to marry?
Jeff?
Right away.
That true, Comfort?
Then I guess it is.
In that case, be sure to let us know about it, boy. We'll throw a picnic that day. Well, let's go, men. This here engaged couple's got some planning to do.
All right, let's go. We gotta go.
See you at home, Comfort?
In a while, Orkram. Tell Ma not to wait up. I guess things are going to be different now, aren't they, Jeff?
Sure are.
Something the matter?
No, my pipe just went out. Where's my matches?
Right here in your shirt pocket.
Oh.
Can I ask you one question?
Sure, honey.
You couldn't really do all those things, could you?
Well, what do you think? I hated to lie to him that way. But sometimes you have to cope with trouble soon as it comes up, before it gets out of hand.
Jeff.
Hmm?
How'd you do that?
Do what?
Like that match. You didn't strike it on anything. It just lit. All by itself. Was that a magic trick?
Nope.
Well, then what was it?
Honey, one of the first things you're gonna have to learn is to stop imagining things.
If you say so, Jeff.
Now, come on. Get in the wagon and I'll drive you home.
But how will you get home? It's a long walk.
Oh, I won't have to walk.
What are you gonna do? Fly? It's dark and...
Don't you worry about it, honey. I'll think of something.
You'll be relieved to know that Jeff and Comfort are still alive and happily married after all these years. According to the history books, their only son went on to become a United States Senator. He was considered an uncommonly shrewd politician who never lost an election. No one's sure where he is now, but from all reports he had a great influence on our national policies. Some say he continues to this day working quietly behind the scenes, using some rather special skills learned only in the Twilight Zone.
More from the Twilight Zone after this.
Hello, I'm Stacy Keach. I hope you're enjoying this edition of the Twilight Zone radio dramas. To learn more about this series, be sure to log on to our official website at twilightzoneradio.com. You'll find special discounts on our Twilight Zone audio collections, listings of our radio stations, links to other websites, and a photo gallery of our recording studio and some of our stars in action. Plus ways to contact us with questions or comments about the show. And for a limited time, when you log on to twilightzoneradio.com, you can send in for a free CD of the show. So be sure to visit us at twilightzoneradio.com.
The Last Rites of Jeff Myrtlebank, starring Robert Nepper with Stacy Keach as your narrator, was adapted for radio by Dennis Etchison and written for The Twilight Zone by Montgomery Pittman. Heard in the cast were Meg Thalken, Joby Cerny, Haley Nabig, Jeff Lupetin, Peggy Roeder, Kip Karstedt, Doug James, Roderick Peoples, Kurt Nabig, and Frenette Lebo. To learn more about the Twilight Zone radio dramas and to obtain audio cassettes and CDs of these programs, visit our website at twilightzoneradio.com. The producers of The Twilight Zone wish to thank CBS Enterprises, Carol Serling, Dennis Etchison, Dick Brescia Associates, Claire Simon Casting, Terry Jennings, XM Satellite Radio, Sirius Satellite Radio, our sponsors, and our radio affiliates for helping make this series possible. This copyrighted radio series is produced and directed by Carl Amari and Jason Mallow for Falcon Picture Group. Doug James speaking.